Hello, guys, and welcome to Absolutely Marvel in DC, where all of a sudden I've got a lower voice, and Hassan is here with me to complain
I have a
about.
higher voice.
Yes, I just do the Mickey thing for this episode.
There we go.
let's
We'll have the
review
full. We'll have the full spectrum over here.
Right.
So today we're going to be talking about season 8, episode 11. This is the Resurrection. So there's not too much to talk about in this one. Basically, last time we have been going in with this whole the black smoke stuff, cold fusion. At the end of the last episode, we have Caitlin talking to it, and it reveals itself to be Robbie. Robbie, if you weren't aware, in
Ronnie.
previous seasons, or Ronnie.
Robbie is the actor's name, so you're fine.
Oh. So Ronnie was Firestorm in the original, which actually kind of makes sense because of the whole cold fusion thing. Mm-hmm. During this episode, we have her trying to figure out if she wants to revive Ronnie, and the rest of the team is saying, no, we have to let him pass on because Cecile gets her empathy powers. She gets the most clear message of basically, let me die. Basically, we have Caitlin doing the exact opposite that she did last episode, where everyone was like, hey, we should do this. And she's like, no, you shouldn't do that. I'm standing against you. Why are you doing this? And then this episode, she's like, I want to do this. Why are you guys standing against me? You are so inappropriate for standing against me. And it's like, okay,
Dan,
lady.
you're getting it confused. That was Frost the episode before, and this time it was Caitlin.
No. But that's the thing. That's the thing is everyone's argument towards Caitlin in this episode was Caitlin's argument to Frost last episode. Mm-hmm. And that's what really, really irks me. But then we also have the short bit with Iris over in Coast City, where it's literally like about 5 minutes of screen time for the young girl who walks through walls to be mad that her mother just basically got erased by this
Iris
woman
killed her mom.
Yeah. And
we
then
don't have to sugarcoat it. She's a murderer. She just killed her mom.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. And then they remove her from the show with the ghost girl walking through Sue, grabbing her, making her disappear, and going, don't follow me, and leaves.
Correct.
And then, spoiler for the end. So if you want to leave and you don't want the end spoiler, it turns out Ronnie was evil. Oh my gosh, the death skull cloud that was killing people is evil. And now we have Deathstorm, which I will say is a cool design.
It looks
and it
incredible.
actually, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Is it just me? Or
It looked
pretty
super
solid,
cool.
right?
I like played it back because I was like,
It was
someone
like
give
they were
them
like,
money?
okay, let's they basically were like, we want to make Deathstorm, so let's just skimp on all this time visual effects. We'll have the tracking not match with the eyes and all of that.
oh my God, don't.
Anyway,
don't
that is
crap
the
up.
episode. Hassan, what did you think of it?
Well, I have a soft spot for Ronnie Raymond. Robbie Amell was one of my favorite parts of the first season. His cousin is Stephen Amell, which is, if you ever wondered why do we got in the first season finale of Flash, we got a Firestorm, the Arrow, and Flash team up to fight Reverse Flash. It's because they wanted to be on screen together at some point, and they made it happen. Yeah, so
I didn't know that. That's actually really cool. I like Stephen Amell, so
I love them.
I'm a
They're
fan of
great,
that.
and it's crazy that they've been cousins. Like these two actors have been around for ages. Robbie has been in everything. Like that man has literally been in every dollar store movie, every TV show, every critically acclaimed film, and it's just he has such a discography. It's insane. And he married somebody that was on Supergirl. So there's a person, somebody that was not on Supergirl for very long, but yeah, I'm excited that he's back. I love the Firestorm Matrix. I'm actually friends with Franz Drummer, who played Firestorm in Legends. We used to play Call of Duty together. But
that's awesome.
Right. So I always really wanted Robbie Amell and him to be on screen together to be like the Jason Rush plus Ronnie Raymond Firestorm together, like the Super Firestorm. They never did that. But we have him back, and he's playing Deathstorm for the second time. Because here's a little tidbit, if you remember, he played evil Firestorm in season 2 of The Flash in Zoom's Earth, where he was in fact called Deathstorm. So
I completely forgot about that.
Right?
Okay.
So we're getting it a second time. The episode sucked. Like, I'll sugarcoat. I'm not going to sugarcoat any of it. Caitlin, you made Danielle Panabaker annoying, which is tough because I love her.
Yes.
It's just it was a rough watch. I watched both of these episodes back to back because I didn't watch last week's episode, and it was a miserable experience. Truly, Sue Dibney is great. Oh my God, her like expression work is so like she's at the adoption agency and she's just like, let me call somebody. Just like calls the person who's the board of directors and does it, and she sells it. She knows what she's doing. She acts campy in a campy show, and she's amazing and beautiful. I love her. I love that actress, and I want her in everything. Give her a dye job and call her Iris West, and I won't bat an eye. I'll pretend I don't see anything different. I'll be perfectly happy.
I would be very okay with that. Actually.
I would be more than happy with it. But yeah, she's the best part of the other B storyline. That girl obviously just left some dollar store acting school because she is the little metahuman girl. She's just like, you killed my mom. This is what I wanted. And like is like crying and like so over dramatic. Like she looks like she's in a high school improv class. It sucks. I hate getting negative on these shows because I think some people watch them because they truly love it. That's why I'm repping my reverse flash ring here today. It's a size too small, so I can't wear it on the main finger. But I do have so much love for these shows. And the redeeming part, I thought Deathstorm looked incredible. I really want them to fix Ronnie. I know Robbie Amell is busy, so he may never be a cast regular. That's the reason they killed him. He was going to be a regular in season 2, but he decided not to sign on. So him and Stephen Amell did a podcast where he actually talked about that, like having that conversation of like, hey, it's steady, it's good work, it's important, you get to play a superhero, whatever. But he eventually opted to not do that. That's why they killed him in the Singularity episode. So I'm happy to see him back on. I would love it if he stayed on and we trimmed the fat a little bit and maybe Cecile shuts the fuck up. Respectfully, what is she do? When she was introduced on the show, she was instantly charismatic, super attractive district attorney. Now she is mom, whose child, by the way, have we seen even once in 2 years? Not just her child with Joe, her other daughter. We don't even bring up she had a daughter.
I forgot she had a daughter.
It sucks.
Oh my God. I forgot she had more. Oh my gosh.
Yep. So just like
Terrible
we don't.
Mother. She's a plot device now. That is literally all she is she is a plot device when they need to basically read someone's mind without reading someone's mind.
That noise is so annoying. I hear every time I hear it, I'm like, here comes Cecile going, Barry. This pain you're feeling. He looks like he's gonna cry, Cecile. We all knew he was upset today. He's literally been mopey. He like is the jovial Wally West wannabe from the comics. Okay, like stop it.
She is like the TikTokers that are like they watch a guy like slam his hand with a hammer and they're like, I'm an empath, so I know that he's hurting.
It is exactly that. It is that. And there's not much else to say about this episode. I think the special effects look dope on Deathstorm, and I'm excited to see what they do. That Firestorm Matrix emblem, like that little thing they have, I always was such a sucker for that design. And then the Firestorm that we got on Legends, also like that design was my favorite. So I'm very excited to see them on screen again. I don't think Franz is too busy doing other things to be back on the show, but I would love to get the other Fire. They didn't mention him at all, which upset me a lot. Too. They didn't mention Martin Stein being dead, and they didn't mention him, which is like, how can you talk about the Firestorm Matrix without talking about them? Really bothered me, but whatever. They're here. Yeah. Remember when they made the Quantum Splicer? It's out of Harrison Wells' wheelchair. Season 1 little tidbit.
That and can we also? I just want to mention the fact that Chester was like, yeah, I'm building this super high tech stuff. No, people are only going to use it for good. And it's like, Chester. How many people throughout the entirety of all of this have done evil things with technology? A lot. Plus, it's also you literally only need one. Like at the end of the day, you just need one person with technology with the wrong intentions.
Yeah, and they tied in the Eva McCulloch Mirror Master storyline, which I was like, that's dumb. You can just clone bodies now. That's what you've just implied. You have implied that if we kill a character, we can get a clone of them if we need to via mirror technology. Besides the point, but yeah, I think we could end right here at barely the 8-minute mark. because I don't want to like sit here and just bag on the show. We know what we're signing up for. I think the show is at its best when it leans into campiness. The show is at its best when we're leaning into Grant Gustin's sense of humor and him having a lot of fun on set. Right now, the show is not at its best. That said, I personally was intrigued watching this episode because I love Firestorm a lot. So I'm excited to see Robbie Amell back as Ronnie Raymond. It's good to have an Amell on screen in the Arrowverse anytime we can get one. So other than that, I hate the show. I feel like I'm being waterboarded every time I have to watch it. I consider it the only part. I'm a full-time content creator. This is the only part of my life that feels like legitimate work. So that's my take on it. Yeah. Dan, who's sick, so he's not trying to be low energy. I feel like that's the energy that we all would have.
Yeah, no, it's this. The best part of this episode was the end. Because
I know you meant when the reveal happened, but in my brain I was like, when the credits rolled, I was happy.
I'm a little bit of both there. Oh man! I will say though, the actress that plays Caitlin Snow, I don't dislike the actress. I think she's fantastic when she's Frost. When she's Caitlin, I hate her with a passion. When she's Frost, she's more bearable.
Yeah,
and I do want to say that because oftentimes some people confuse disliking a character for disliking the actor. This is not like an Iris West, Candace Patton, where I genuinely think she's not a great actress and doesn't really honestly, I think the problem with that isn't that she's not a good actress. She doesn't care about the role, and you can very much tell.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be interesting what they do with that. Like how much they focus on that side. But anyway, they're definitely going to go more into the Deathstorm. But let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We will catch you all next time for the next episode, which is going to be Death Rises.
Ooh.
Yay.